Hello there. I hope you've had a wonderful week. It's the Lab Chick here, and today I would like us to talk about sexual gender-based violence. I'm sure you've heard of this, and you're probably wondering why we've decided to do this today. So the reason why I've decided to talk about this is because this is something that is happening to all of us. If it's not happening to us directly, it's happening to someone that we know, it's happening to our neighbor, it's happening to our family relative, or we are seeing it in the news, and it's not something that is pleasant. It's actually becoming a norm, and it shouldn't. So let's go right into the important things. So what is sexual gender-based violence? The United Nations describes it as harmful acts that are directed at someone based on their gender, and this can happen to both genders, both males and both females. So forms of gender-based violence will come in form of sexual, physical, mental, and economic harm that are done either in private or public. And as we suggested before, they're done to someone based on their gender. So it will include threats, any forms of violence, coercion, manipulation, even catcalls, yeah? It includes even female genital mutilation and even child marriages. All these are forms of sexual gender-based violence. If you're in danger of being assaulted, make sure that you scream at the top of your lungs. Scream. Fight that perpetrator. However, in most cases, you find that screaming does not help, or it turns out to be futile because the perpetrator is usually stronger physically than the victim. But that should not deter you. Scream and scream, because screaming will help you to make the people around you aware that you're in danger, and they will come to your rescue. So what do you do when you're sexually assaulted? First thing first, I want you to know is that if you're a victim of sexual assault, I want you to know that it's not your fault. You're not to blame, because you do not deserve to be assaulted. Most people will try to make you feel guilty about your circumstances by telling you that it's your fault, you put yourself in this situation. Don't listen to them. You do not deserve to be assaulted. So what do you really do when you're assaulted? So the first thing you do is to make sure that you're safe. You can do this by calling a trusted friend or a family member and ensure to tell them what has happened to you, because there's no place that we feel safe than with the people we trust. The second thing you can do is to seek medical help. This will be beneficial to you because you'll be able to treat your physical injuries, and then you will also help yourself in seeking justice by having the doctors at the hospital collect biological evidence. So if you've gone to the hospital, it's important that you do this within 72 hours. And it's important not to shower, to comb your hair, to change clothes, or even wash your hands, because that way you'll be able to preserve the evidence that will be used in fighting justice for you. Also, when you go to the hospital, that is where you'll be able to get medications to prevent pregnancy, HIV, STIs, hepatitis B and C viruses. So it's very important to go to the hospital. Once you've done that, now you can consider your legal options. Do you want to sue this perpetrator? If you do, that biological evidence that was collected will act in your favor. However, there's something that I would like to stress here. In my line of work, I experience victims of sexual assault, whom they do not want to seek legal justice for themselves. Why? Because the perpetrator is probably someone that they know, or they're scared that if they do that, they'll be seen as bad people in the society. They're scared of the stigma that will come with the knowledge that they were assaulted. But one thing that they do not know is that when they don't seek justice, they are allowing these perpetrators to do the same thing to another person, to another child, to another woman, to another young boy, to another man. So it is important to seek justice so that we can be able to stop these perpetrators. Now, the fourth important thing that you're supposed to do, sexual assault is not something that you get comfortable with, like within a few days you'll be okay. No. It's a trauma that you'll continue to relive all your life. So it's important to see a therapist so that they can help you to find ways to cope with this. It's not something that you forget. It's not something that you learn to live with. It is something that you learn to cope with day by day. So it's important to visit a therapist. So you're probably wondering, if you've gone to the hospital, where else can you get help? Now, there are various hotlines that can help you. So I'll just mention them. So the first one is the National Gender-Based Violence Hotline, which is 1195. Then there's the counseling hotline, that is if you want counseling services, which is 1190, sorry. I'll repeat again, 1190. Then there's the Childline hotline, which is 1196. Then there's the LVCt. I want to assume that you probably know LVCt, or if you don't, you can just Google. LVCt is an organization that deals with HIV, matters to deal with HIV, TB, gender-based violence, among other things. So they have a toll-free number, which is 0711 400 506. And then obviously there's the Kenya Police Emergency Line, which is 999 or 112. So I'm going to leave these numbers here in the video and also in the description box below.